stay to the right. It's not a political statement, okay? So yes, you don't have to be conservative when you stay to the right. In America, it's safer to drive on the right side of the road. It doesn't say anything about whether you want to make America great again or anything like that, okay? All right. Other questions? Okay. Let me give you this. This is our first unit. Let me just hand this out. But actually, before I get to this paper that I just handed out, I'll refer to a couple things on the previous paper. As in what the course covers. Do you see there course outline? First semester, second semester. Those are the units that we do. Okay, there's 3 units a semester. Traditionally, okay, we'll see how this whole thing works out with a hybrid and so forth. And yet, I feel like we're going to be okay. One, because IB is potentially reducing some of the load. Hopefully for you guys, they are for the seniors. And also, here's the deal. Take a look there. First semester, 3 bullet points. That one year I was gone, when you guys were like, whatever, 8th graders, somebody else was teaching this course. And in the 11th grade, they got through half of the material. So when I came back to teach those students who were then seniors, and I'm like, well, what'd you cover? Well, we got through bing, bing, bing. Not bing, 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 bing. Yeah, so they got through half the material. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. We can get this thing done. Yeah, and they had great success. I mean, you had to fully commit. And the students who were fully committed, and that was pretty much most all of my seniors that year, did great. So we'll work it through. It'll feel, though, probably most days when you come in here, that we're like, Mr. Hansen is bringing it. But you're like that most days anyway. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, seriously, you're like, good morning, take out your notes. Oh, okay, fine, whatever. So, anyway. But at least I'm here as opposed to like, you can't really talk to me when I was doing my YouTube channel and so forth. But when those of you guys at home, you have questions and so forth, please communicate. Yeah. All right. So yeah, there's all kinds of great things that we got going on here. We're going to be talking about America and the world. Actually, the very first thing has to do with the Russo-Japanese War. We go through into the Cold War next semester, or senior year. It picks up with the rest of the Cold War. Yeah, I mean, it's good, interesting content. That's what we focus on in class. You'll also be writing your paper. I'll be training you up on that, having individual conversations as far as what your topic is going to be in your research. It is trickier because in the past we were like, hey, let's go to BSU library to do some research. That opportunity is still not there yet. I've been checking like with local libraries. They can check things out, and that'll be important. But I think some of their like where you just show up and work with the books and things that are in the stacks isn't quite there yet. So we'll be fine. You will not be writing a paper unless there is, and you have found plenty of resources available to write that paper. Yeah.
I know I've been checking, I have
Yeah, and it's always interesting as far as, and hopefully ask them and say, please, 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 I'm doing, because College of Idaho likes IB, I'm doing work in an IB school and we have minimal resources in my school and we can't go to BSU, and can you just give me access to your complete online database and everything that because I mean the students pay for that. That stuff doesn't come cheap. If we wanted to have like the all-purpose amazing, absolutely everything you wanted, Northstar would have to pay. We do pay for some services and so forth. So that's good, but the C of I wants to help us. And we're like, yeah, we'll go there. Some of the first graduates from Northstar went to C of I, because they love IB there. Some of the students were starting out like with sophomore status because they got the IB diploma and they're like, come on in here. Pretend like you've already had a year, because you have, if you've done the IB diploma program. Okay? All right. Any other questions about those things? Okay? let's look at the handout that I gave you. Wow. History notes, the Americas, 1880 to 1914. All right? We might be, actually. It's like you guys haven't had too many questions, and so, all right. Erna, should we get going? Yeah, I did with the seniors. So, yeah, have a new section. So you got a new section. Those of you guys got your thing. It's like Liam's like, yeah. I got my paper. I got my pen. Anyway, my writing device. I'm ready to go. Okay? So this first unit, I mean, it's right there. Okay? And as you've seen in the past, sometimes it's like, Mr. Hanson, why do you do this? It just makes it confusing. I know, like, Jenny will like, what is it? Just like, why don't you just follow along like in a nice sequential manner? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I always put what's there for the IB unit. So for this IB unit, it's a composite of things. There is a paper 2 topic, Russo-Japanese War. Paper 2, by the way, is war, 20th century wars. So we'll be doing 20th century wars throughout junior year and senior year. We generally try to do all these things chronologically. And then we take other components from other various different things. So when it's all said and done, what you will be equipped with is a lot of knowledge. Paper 1 topics, paper 2 topics, paper 3 topics. So when you sit down and write essays, if you're writing essays, May of your senior year, you'll be ready. Okay? You'll prepare by going through your notes. And senior year, I mean, I'm going to be telling this to the 12th graders already. In April, assuming we're in school and IB has essay exams, April is when we move. Those students, we do essay practice over and over and over. So that when they come and actually do the thing, they're like totally calibrated. They're like, I can write an essay for 45 minutes. Yes, I can do this. Right? Because you do. I mean, Mrs. Rao is going to calibrate you differently for English. Because her essays, the IB English essays, are longer. Right? So you need to be calibrated on those things. So we do a lot of practice. By the way, guess what happened last year with the seniors? When they canceled the IB exams. And like, so we're in March, we're just finishing up this last unit to get them ready for like writing essays. And then they're like, there's going to be no essay exams in May. Like, what am I going to do with them? Like, yeah, we did. We watched movies. Yeah. And this year, the seniors, right, you guys finish on June 10th. I think the seniors are going to graduate June 1st, but I mean, that's a long time. That's several weeks after they finish their IB exams. So, I don't know, maybe we'll make them stick around for a few weeks and just clean desks or something. I don't know. What do you probably got some good ideas of what we should do. But, I mean, that's just the way it is, because we started school 3 weeks late. And by the way, if I can, Gianna, I will try to have some kind of an assessment before the Christmas breaks, just so you don't have too many assessments. My assessments tend to be on the unit we're doing anyway. So traditionally, my assessment for ending first semester is the Mexican Revolution unit. So we may be at a point where we're doing that before Christmas. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. And that's just what I do. Okay? As opposed to a cumulative assessment on everything we've done. Does that make sense? Okay. So yeah, this first unit we'll be talking about the Russo-Japanese War, which is a really fascinating war that took place between two countries. I bet you know. Raise your hand if you know what two countries were involved in the Russo-Japanese War. No! Russia and Japan. Oh, so here's the question then. Where did this war take place? Near Japan, near Russia, in China and Korea. Mongolia is very close too, yes. Yes, Mongolia is very close too. All right. So actually, I'm not going to be giving you any specific notes because here's the deal. I'm looking up there, And I think I told you, but I'm going to tell you again. Here's what we do. At 10 o'clock, 10:10, excuse me, I'll have you guys walk over first, since I just say you guys. Yeah. And you can grab one of these, and you can wipe down your desk or desks if you've gotten them both. Then after you've done that, then you guys can do that. And then at 10:13, you will exit the premises and turn to the right. Okay? Does that sound good? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this now.